Hopefully everything is audible this time at the start. We don't have to mess around fixing the stream again. Welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic 2. We're still on Telos. I did a little bit of upgrading off screen, so I've given myself the Barrier Restorative Underlay Mark III for my robes. I've given Beard a higher level Durasteel plate. Overlay thingy. And I've got some upgraded armor for the handmaiden sorted out. I'm gonna go a bit... Getting off to an auspicious start by standing on top of the frigging... trip things. So I'll break them down some of these grenades in order to make some more med packs. Break down some of these mines as well. Let's make some more advanced med packs, shall we? Probably make an antidote kit. And some advanced med packs. There we go. All good, all good. Am I audible? Is the game audible? Speak to me, Tyron. I'm here. Am I audible?
Let's go.
Yo, Tyron. Can you hear the game? Can you hear me? Do I have to restart the stream again like yesterday? I hope not.
You asked. There she is, one orbital shuttle. Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though.
Perfect. Perfect. Let's keep going then. Why is that?
The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
So, I wasn't supposed to stream today, but I thought, since we're only halfway through Telos, it would be kind of a shame to have some of Nar Shadar's playtime taken up by Telos, so we may as well get this finished today.
Let's go.
Was it a KOTOR 2 track, Tyron? Ooh, another Jedi Knight robe. Turn off these gas vents first. I'm gonna head back to the workbench and get that sorted out for Kreia. I'll take the restorative out of this and I'll put it in the extra Jedi Knight robe I've picked up. I'm getting some really good loot. Let's give this to Kreia here. Now we can continue on. It's as if the soundtrack prophesied that I was going to stream today, Tyron. We'll come back here when we need to. Yeah, no, I told you I should be better at keeping secrets. Anyway. Sorry it took so long. What was supposed to be a routine dinner check turned into 3 calls of technical support from my mother, who was trying to use an Xbox for the first time in her life. I would have been on sooner, but you know what it's like when someone calls you up going, "What does this button do?" Ah.
Tawancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wishyo kuna sita dorcho ni sobawata.
Who are you?
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananansata. Tonata biasvia. Jicho watana ikunera kitidinito para mas nucho.
Follow me out.
Greking no una panca di planito bamanananga.
Further light side points. Just gonna keep an eye on this guy because his pathing is well renowned for being awful. Sure you're coming. Don't run into the shuttle like an idiot. You coming, dude? There you go. There you go. Come on. Come in. Keep following me. Oh my life. Come on. Don't be scared of the scary door. Oy I'll come over here a little bit. There you go. There you go. This guy's always annoying. There's no point in using force speed because he'll just not be able to keep up. We should be on the home stretch now. Go past this console. Assuming he doesn't get caught on the boxes, we should be home free.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananansata.
And what is it you think you have accomplished?
thought it was the best thing to do.
If you seek to aid everyone that suffers in the galaxy, you will only weaken yourself and weaken them. It is the internal struggles, when fought and won on their own, that yield the strongest rewards. You stole that struggle from them, cheapened it.
You're overreacting. It was a small kindness. It was only a small kindness.
Indeed. The currents of the galaxy, of nations, of peoples, may all stem from such small kindnesses. Every small weakness, small fracture that you create weakens the whole.
Is it so wrong to help others in need?
If you care for others, then dispense with pity and sacrifice, and recognize the value in letting them fight their own battles. And when they triumph, they will be even stronger for the victory.
If it meant your life, there is nothing I would not do for you or any of my allies.
The Mandalorian Wars prove such things. In only one Jedi did I see valor.
Then your allies are your weakness, and if they die, you die with them. And because of that, where once the Sith had but one target, now there are many, and you frustrate my attempts to protect you.
Perhaps you're right. I'll consider this.
That is all I ask.
I'll do you a favor and just use a favor and just use night speed. I don't know what a favor is. I don't care what to know. I don't care to know what a favor is. But we'll keep going nonetheless. Yeah, I probably need a mine for that. Never mind.
That?
This shall not stop us for long.
Let's go. This won't take long. Let me handle this.
Several you up. Set you night speed as well, so I don't have to keep activating all the time myself when you're in the party. Ah, it's so nice when Joyce just opened the door for you. So efficient. I mean, I was curious why Bader hadn't leveled up. He should have done. There you go.
What's going on?
I'll get you to regen some health. Now, Tyron, this is where you come in. Let's go with strength like I originally should have done. Skills are pretty much rudimentary at this point. Feats. Master dueling, master toughness. Regen force points would be useful. I've got a few to pick from here, Tyron. I'll let you know which ones I'm considering and then let you give me your suggestion. I'm considering regenerate force points. Yeah, pretty much. I can go regenerate force points, which I'm tempted to do. I can go with master dueling, master toughness. I don't really need to upgrade my attacks yet. I could probably do that later. So those are the three I'm kind of thinking of, which are, like I said, regenerate force points, master dueling, or master toughness. All master dueling will get me is a +3 on my attack and a +3 on my defense. Like it says there. Master toughness is just extra HP. Pretty much. And then the regen force points is basically the same thing as regen health, but for the force. So it gives you the ability to regenerate your health points and your force points during combat, which I find to be extremely useful. I was thinking flurry, but I think maybe getting master dueling or regenerating force points might be better to do now. Reduce the hit penalty. Let me have a look at it. Yeah, I'll get Flurry then. Why not? Got Sarisu. Ah, I've got access to heal. Nice, but nice. So you know 2 of my preferences. You already know 3 of what I'm going to get later on, Tyron, which is going to be for the feat wise. I'm going to get regenerate force points, master dueling, and master toughness out of the way before I do anything else with Flurry. And then once those 4 are dealt with, then I guess it's a case of what we combinedly think is best. Already have a decent idea of what force powers I want as well, so it should be good. Exactly, so that's probably going to be the last one I get. So I think it'll be next level. I think my next level feat would be regen force points. Then it would be the master dueling. Then it would be the master flurry. And then after I've got all 3 of those, I'll get the master toughness. Sound good? Ah, this HK droid.
This droid has been damaged and does not appear to be functional.
That's something that's probably been added by the mod. It's just free experience doing this. Oh! If that's the case, then I'll probably do that, but I don't like it either, Tyron. I think my priority would be regen force points, because then that way I'll be able to heal myself more effectively if needed. I'll be able to use night speed more often when needed. So I'll get that one first. Because it makes using my force powers more efficient, basically. And then I'll get Master Flurry after that. That sound good? I know that, Siren. I know that. But I think efficiency with my force powers is probably my main priority. It'll mean it ultimately costs less to use any of my force powers because it'll just regen over time, even in combat. And then that way I can actually make more free use of night speed and force heal and everything I need to do during combat. It'll come extremely handy later on as well. So, to be honest, regen force and regen health waste is pretty much a bare essential for any part of the game. Let's start reactor. If we disagree on this, I think maybe we should ask Django which one he sides with, Mr. KOTOR builder that he is. Really, Kreia? Really? Hopefully I can get Kreia and Bear leveled up before the massive tank droid battle, because then I can give Kreia heal, and that could be picking up a little bit of slack on that corner as well.
For it.
Oh, I agree. I agree, Tyron. As I proved to you during the Paragus trilogy stream, the HK fight can be easily twisted to your side if you know what you're doing with the mining droids.
Let me handle this. Take him down.
Fallen.
The Luxor and Slust boss fight is you can easily just talk your way around to make it easy for yourself, taking one at a time. And the Mercenary Commando is just basically a larger it's just basically a large scale trash fight. So yeah, this tank droid is pretty much the first boss of the game, more or less. Here's the datapad required to get to Telos. I know we're making quick time of the base, but I do remember, especially with the restored content version of the talk with Atris taking a while, so I wanted to make extra time provisions for that. Let's unlock the hangar doors. Here's going to be my first test. I'll lob a grenade because I feel like it. I don't even know if I'm even going to do the handmade duels at this moment in time.
Fallen.
Take them down.
I haven't done it in a very long time, like in the years range at this point. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing those correctly. I remember how to do those ones, Tyron. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit speechless because that is the fastest I've ever defeated the droid boss. Do me a favor, Tyron, and clip that. I don't know what trick there is to the handmaiden duels because honestly, I've only played the vanilla. It's been a long time since I played the PC version. I've only really remembered the vanilla version. It's just I just mashed my way through those fights pretty much. So I don't really know the trick. Oh, I know that trick, Tyrant. I know that trick. I never heal. To be honest, I never really leveled the handmaiden until I've made her a Jedi Guardian. That's kind of been a rule for me when I play these games. So I've accidentally figured out the trick pretty much. Also, if it's not been more than a minute, Tyron, make sure you clip that tank droid fight because I have never beaten it that quickly before. I'm not kidding. It was down in seconds. Droid parts. Just gotta double check something. This is on normal, right? Yeah, it's on normal. So, how did I get it down so quickly? I'm guessing it's gone past the 1 minute mark, so you can't get to it. I swear, that is the fastest I've ever killed that droid. I'm impressed with myself. Take the shuttle to a shielded mesa in Telos Polar region. Skip movie.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. You've likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The Bay Control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query: have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer: I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement: dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me.
I'll let this play out because one thing about this movie that I don't get is how the hell do you fire a rocket out of an ion blaster?
You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
It's all your fault, Jafar.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and their allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences. Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities.
Destroying one of you was easy. Wiping out 3 of you might cause me to break a sweat. Let's get Atten leveled up while we remember. I think he's been stealing more of my sleep. Because I didn't get much sleep last night. Very disturbed. Let's get you the 2nd rank of toughness. You're pretty much good from here. In fact, instead of now, I'll give you the Arcadian. There you go.
Just say the word.
Sailing master.
Atten's down. It's alright, he'll get back up.
Ratio is
Everyone down!
There we go. Should be good from here.
Everyone down!
sailing master.
Time to even the odds.
Sailing master.
Get control cluster. Quick little heal. Vader looks like he's been knocked unconscious by the explosion. Just like Elena was in the last episode of Star Wars Saga RPG. Go watch it now if you're interested in what happened. If you find refuge, then you'll be able to recover there. Blah blah blah.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Who are you?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
I'll play along. For now.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dejaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
So endeth one of the best scenes in this game, quickly followed by one of the most irritating scenes in this game. Not as in irritatingly, it's horrible from a gameplay perspective, it's just irritating because of the dialogue. And here she is, the Queen Irritation herself.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Tell me what you've done with my friends first.
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here?
It was not my intention to come here, Atris, or see you again.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
I could not stand by and allow innocents to die on the Outer Rim.
So you said, so long ago. I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished me imprisoned, or worse.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I had kept it, so I would never forget.
Kept it? Don't you mean you stole it?
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
I wish you earned the right to carry my lightsaber again.
Become a Jedi again? That is a thing far out of reach. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
I went to war to protect others, not for battle.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way.
I told you it was not aggression. I was defending others.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, By serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war. And it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way. And you turned on us.
But you're not tempted to help the innocent?
Of course I was. But the Jedi teachings require we examine how we may best help them. Action without reflection is not our way.
Our teachings do not mean we should stand by and watch others die.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
If we had not fought, the Republic would have fallen. That is a fact.
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
And how many people would have died if the Mandalorians hadn't been stopped?
You do not know...
If the Mandalorians had won, would the Jedi have fought then, or simply have meditated on what to do?
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The absolute hypocrisy of Atris. Here she is, chiding us for giving into our emotions and falling to the dark side, where it is her emotions and anger that are driving her argument. Your anger, is it because you secretly wish you had the strength to follow me to war?
What? What do you mean?
I can see it in you. You wanted to fight by my side, but you were too scared to defy the Council.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Are you admitting to stealing the Ebon Hawk?
The Ebon Hawk is here, safe. Its records and Navicomputer are being dissected to determine what caused the destruction of the Paragus facility.
Good luck with the Navicomputer. You're wasting your time.
We're having some trouble with the Navicomputer, but I think with your cooperation, willing or otherwise, that will cease to be an obstacle. If it is your ship, perhaps I should be questioning you as to what happened, and why you destroyed the facility and murdered all the miners stationed there.
All the miners were already dead.
A facility of over 150 personnel, all dead before you arrived. A childish story to mask your crime. And with the facility destroyed, you think there is no way to confirm your story. But I will pry the truth from you, I promise you that.
The Ebon Hawk isn't yours, Atris. Return it.
Again, you insist it is your ship. But it has had many owners, which I'm sure you are aware. You have no claim over it. Even if you did, the destruction you have already caused demands that you be tried and punished for what you have done.
I've had enough of this. And you.
It was too much to hope that you may have come here to finally admit the Council was right.
Just give me my ship and I will depart.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, Mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, Mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
I agree, you're right, Tyrion. Atris does make some points when she's not blinded by her arrogance and by her anger, unjustified anger. I'll just go ahead and skip so we can get to this cutscene, because this is a very important cutscene. I've got enough light side points to unlock it, so let's go for it.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly. Yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord.
Yep.
All life exists to feed your power. And my life. My life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
I'm sorry, but I'm just left speechless at how good the Ravager looks in the Aspire patch. Same thing with Nihilus as well. Nihilus looks absolutely incredible. Scion's updated look from the Aspire pack is decent. I do like it, but of the 3 Sith Lords that are in this game that we know of, since we played it all the way through, this is not a spoiler-free run. Nihilus of the 3 of them just looks the best in my opinion, because holy crap. I should probably re-equip my weapon. You know what, let's have a quick talk with the handmaiden before we get her.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
And what did Atris say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
I went to war to protect. I went to war to protect others, not to fight.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
And why is that?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
Here's your question for the day, Tyron. It's what I'm deeply considering even right now. How much of Atris's comments towards the Exile are valid? And no, not really. Not really, Tyron. There's plenty of opportunities to get influence with her. Never mind, I'll be going now.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
I've done this before, Tyron. I know a way to get her influence with her later on. I only know what its loss feels like.
Then tell me of its absence.
Imagine awakening and find all your senses blinded.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
It was my pleasure. We'll have more influence. We'll have more influence opportunities. In fact, I'll load the autosave. Skip through the dialogue. This dialogue again. Not really.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force.
And it's unskippable.
It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so
Just think of it as
slowly.
I'm giving you an
Yet
extra
when you
look at
listen
the
for it,
Ravager.
You can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe.
Also, consider it professional
Do
appreciation
you
for this
feel it
scene.
is a...
Because I love this scene.
You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die.
I figured.
Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
All I've got to do is re-equip my sword. Oh, I agree. Atris has a very good point on that account. The rest of her argument, though, How much of it do you think she truly believes? And how much of it do you think is influenced by her anger and her kind of mask slipping at that point? Basically, of the rest of her statement, how much do you think of it is has some solid basis in fact, but she's kind of twisting it to her own agenda? And how much of it is complete waffle? So my playthrough is the first. So are you saying that both my playthrough and Law's playthrough is your first experience of actually seeing the whole talk about the war? Because every time I play through, she kind of keeps trying to bring it up. Oh! Interesting. I'm pretty sure the VODs for Law's playthrough is still there. So, if I remember right, I think he talked about the War of Atris. Anyway, I think I just get the feeling that confrontation with Atris, it's less that you want to talk about the war, more than less.
Did you find what you came for?
I'll answer Crane in a minute. I find with that conversation, in my opinion of the canon, I'll probably hear your thoughts when you do your playthrough, but I think it's less the Exile wanted to talk about the war that kind of makes the war relevant in that conversation, more that Atris is consistently asking about nothing but the war, trying to chide her about the war, and the Exile finally, out of frustration, starts to need to justify herself again. So that's why I left the Atris conversation the way I did. It's basically Atris was winding up the Exile so much that she kind of got fed up. And I can pretty much see that happening with Atris' mindset. That depends. Was I supposed to find anything here?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call her charming.
Whatever her charm, or lack thereof, you must deal with it. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future. And more importantly, they can distract you, weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
Let's just leave.
Very well. Let us depart.
Is that okay? He looks out cold.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Damn it, Kreia! Stop encouraging him to steal all my sleep! I need sleep as well, damn it! He can sleep on the ship. Let's go.
I'm sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're alright?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
A Jedi Academy, concealed on the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place. It looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Meet me at the ship and prepare it for launch. We're leaving as soon as we can.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Let's see what we can get in here. I know there's a workbench in here, so I can get a better blaster upgraded for Ratten. Oh wait, before I leave...
Why have you approached me?
Yabin Hawk, where is it?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return. You may ask...
Damn it! Damn it! I missed a conversation trigger to get an influence opportunity with Atten. Before you go and free your companions, right? You're supposed to talk to one of the regular handmaiden sisters who tells you about the fact that Atten dropped into a Chinese fighting stance. I'm not going through that conversation a third time. I'm not going to go through that conversation a third time just to get that. Oh well, there's plenty of other opportunities to get influence with Atten.
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebonhawk. Not so smug now, are you, you little thief?
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
Don't worry about it, Atten. Tyron, sorry. I called you Atten for some reason. Don't worry about it, Tyron. I know of a few influence opportunities coming up I can use for Atten. I wouldn't call him an idiot, Tyron. No, you're not an idiot. You're definitely not an idiot. Atten... I don't think Atten truly is an idiot. It's probably another one of his... It's probably another one of his mental shields. The idiocy thing is more of a mental shield on Atten's part to actually... is to mask his true form. So I'd probably say his stupidity is another mask, pretty much. Are you alright, T3? It wasn't your fault they took the ship. This is all your fault, Jafar. Hold on, what information are you talking about? Why would you want what's in your memory core? You can fill me in later. Let's get you back out of here first. We'll see you on the Ebon Hawk. Let's get this Republic Blaster. Put it into the Watchman Blaster for now. Skip the movie so you can get the cutscene. Ah, this is your mod
Mistress,
gear.
The last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
I sent her to travel with the exile. She may discover something I cannot.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens. She is willful, and she has demonstrated her fascination with Jedi. It may not have been why.
I know what I have done, but it was necessary.
Well, now that we're off that Dajaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What's with T3? Ah, okay. What are you talking about? You downloaded Atris' archives?
What is the machine saying?
He says there was a holo recording of my trial in Atris' records.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I came here because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
The truth is, the Mandalorians would have had. The truth is, the Mandalorians had to be stopped, or countless more would have died.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Those last few moments after my trial, I had no idea. Keep searching the archives, there may be more information now. Atris has a list of the missing Jedi. Sure, display it. Master Douchebags on Tatooine, Master Zedkael's on Nar Shaddaa, Master Kavar is on Onderon, the two bros, Master Vash is on Korriban, not for long. Bitchface is on Telos. Those Jedi were all on the council that exiled me.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Be that as it may, we need their help against the Sith.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many, and you will need all the help you can get. It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Do you think we need help?
I think the strength of the enemy is unknown, but but it is greater than 5 can hope to defeat without aid.
Well, when you put it like that, welcome aboard.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit
Oh
like
god,
I
that
always
twisted
do.
neck!
If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
It seems like they haven't fixed the bug with Atton's neck. Jeez. Don't let them bother you. We've just been through a lot.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
The handmaiden has joined your party, thanks to glorious modding.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Atris and the Jedi Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
Do you think I can't build one?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Very well. To begin, there are some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
It's that easy!
Got a minute?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the General? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atton.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
Being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atton, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess, then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey! I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
You'll get it. You'll get there one day, Atton.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
What's going on here?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
T for M4 has received a permanent +2 bonus to his condition. Constitution. Damn it. To his condition! He's got 2 to his condition!
Hey, General. Are you alright?
You've lost me.
You look like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators.
You'll want to talk.
Whoa. Claws out today, aren't they?
Now whose claws are out?
Seriously, you don't look that way from spending extra time in the fresher. I've seen other Jedi, not many but a few, who look like that. And I feel a little strange around you. A little more in control. Calm. Like I usually only get when I'm repairing something.
It's a Jedi thing.
Alright, if you don't want to talk about it, I won't press you. Was there something you wanted me for?
Where did you pick up that remote anyway?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
What does it do other than follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
What's your opinion on the Tilo situation?
If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with?
How'd you lose your arm anyway?
I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one.
I was being serious.
If you were me, you'd probably want to joke about it too. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky I didn't lose more. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half the machine anyway. Something else I can help you with?
What are you doing?
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape. General, need something?
Yep. I was just wondering what you've been doing since the war ended.
I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war.
I'm sure you weren't the only soldier to feel that way.
And I don't think I'll be the last. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
Only too well.
I'm sure you do. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for the things I'd done in the war. I wanted to design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt and protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Zerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself.
taking on Zirko single-handedly, that being a little bit out of your league.
All I wanted to do was send a message, but I couldn't even do that right. That's the past, though. It's good to be working with you again, General. Something else I can help you with? Sure do, General. I've made a few while I wasn't working on the ship. Here you go. Just remember, the best shield is not getting shot at all. Something else I can help you with?
Let's see how this mod works, shall we?
Yes?
What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
Could always play some Pazak with Atten.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
That always gets me. A cards?
That too.
Look, I don't think anyone here trusts each other.
That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Is that why Atris was siphoning power to the Telos Academy?
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
Atris thought Bayda was the key to saving Telos?
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want you asking him about it either.
I will respect your wishes, and his. Forgive me.
It's just difficult to describe to someone who wasn't there.
The Mandalorian Wars were like that for many. Many returned, who could not tell of their experiences in a way that could bring meaning to them.
Forget it, I have some other questions.
You may ask.
Did Atris ever mention me?
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
She's exaggerating.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
And why is that?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars, when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
That doesn't explain why I stopped fighting after the Mandalorian Wars.
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them, because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
I hate to quote the sequels here, but it's the best comparison I can think of to the situation. That's not how the Force works! That is untrue, but Atris is entitled to her opinion.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
What do you think Atris' heart says?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Well, I have no wish to fight Atris.
Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice.
If I fought Atris, then it might make the truth come out.
Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
Forget it, I had some other questions.
You may ask.
I wanted to ask you about Atris.
I do not wish to speak of her to you. Her actions are her own, and to reveal to you if she sees fit. You may ask.
Why do you look different from your sisters?
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something usually spoken of in the company of others.
I apologize, I meant no offense.
There is no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
Is it a sensitive subject?
It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time. You may ask.
Why are you called the Handmaidens?
We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the Handmaidens.
You're the last of them?
I am the last of the Handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
The skills are impressive. As is your devotion to your training.
That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Is this what occupies your thoughts?
To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art in the truest sense of the word. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Devotion to their cause?
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
I agree. It shows how far you're willing to go for your goals.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
What do you think Revan was saying?
Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
Forget it, I had some other questions.
You may ask.
Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris' service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
I had other questions.
You may ask.
What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
What do you mean,
No. That too.
What do I get dark side points for? I don't understand.
Oh, welcome, Exile. Is there something you need?
Are you alright?
Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos.
What do you mean?
There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease.
I do feel better. I feel more in touch with my surroundings and others.
It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see.
Can I ask you some questions?
You may ask. I do not wish to speak. You may ask. I honor the face of... I do not wish to discuss it. You may ask. I am training. That...
What do you mean,
No. That too. You may ask.
I don't think she's gonna let me train with her at the moment. I think you have to ask her about training after you've gone to Nar Shaddaa, so I might open up with doing some duels with her tomorrow, on Thursday. We'll see. Anyway, let's talk to Kreia.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
As many as want to come with us and help us.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
They're my friends, not my followers.
Do not cloak one word within another. Friends. Do friends not follow? Do friends not form a hierarchy of their own, no matter how small the circle?
What makes you think they obey me?
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Why are you angry?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
I've noticed their behavior is changing. Atris especially.
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
what about you?
I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see.
They're my friends, not tools.
I care not which of the words you use, as long as you make use of that which you forge. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his?
I did say that, yes. He was a powerful presence. There was little one did not believe when he spoke it with conviction.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
I thought the teachings of the Sith came from Korriban.
Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
Do you have any ideas?
Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes?
I have other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
You don't seem to like the Handmaiden. Why is that?
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
She's offered to help us, so show her the same respect I show you.
Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses.
Why'd you say that?
Because Atris is a threat. And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
That's something we should probably discuss at length later on, Tyron. Via voice. That's something we need to think on. I'll keep that in mind and watch the Handmaiden carefully.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
I have other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
There might be a way to heal your sight, you know.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
Kreia, what are you? Are you a Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Then what were you?
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the Code of the Jedi? that I felt the call of the Sith, that perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat, that for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy, that perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Still wish to hear the story.
Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force.
And that is the one movie in this entire game I am absolutely gutted I have to skip, because that movie right there is pretty much my favourite movie in either of the KOTOR games. That's not sufficient.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
I'll see if I can get the I'll see if I can try and get that cutscene to work.
Does it matter? What do you wish to hear? What? Learn from me.
Never mind.
Mistake. If it means that
I am so good, because that is literally one of my favourite scenes in the entire game. I'm so good I can't show it off. Anyways.
Ask, and I will answer.
Did you know Atris at all?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own. Ask, and I will answer. A discussion, perhaps, for another time. Ask, and I will answer. Nothing more than we already know. There is danger in...
Yeah, I'll see if I can't show off that cutscene at the start of tomorrow's recording. That's a good idea, Tyron. Not tomorrow's recording, Thursdays.
Ask, and I will answer. Nothing more than... There is...
Nothing more I can do with Kreia right now. I keep getting a net Nightshine Sith, which is good. Let's see if I can't track down T3. Yep, here he is. Do you know where that HK droid in the cargo bay came from? How's the Ebon Hawk? That's okay, Tara. You can always watch the VOD. T3, I really appreciate your help. What about the actuation system? You locked it? Why did you do that? Protect? Protect who? Under whose orders? An old friend? Why was where his friend had gone so dangerous? But how did the Ebon Hulk come back from there, and if it was dangerous, and why?
T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic... I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me.
Friend of yours? Don't understand why you were concealing that from me. I understand it. I didn't think you kept messages like that. Who was the person in the hologram talking about? Another missing friend? What happened to your old friend? Why aren't you with him? Because he could not take anyone with him, even the woman in the hologram? Had he left you? I'm sorry, T3. But he did help. He found us, T3. If we can stop the Sith, then there is hope after it all. So this help you came in search of, you came in search of me? But why me? I was powerless, defenseless. He needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming, someone who knew war and battle, and could make the hard choices that had to be made. I'm on the T3. I'll do what I can to stop this threat. That message doesn't tell me where the Ebon Hulk came from. But why don't you have that information? Deleted? By who? You deleted it. Why? There's something wrong here. There must have been a reason for it. Don't be sorry, maybe you had a good reason, or we're trying to protect someone. Never mind, I'll be going now. You were trying to rebuild him? Why? To protect me? But that's an assassin droid. Any idea how how the parts got scattered all over the galaxy. I had to ask, do you know where I can find the parts? I'll check with the droid merchants across the galaxy then. Any idea how the parts got scattered? I had other questions for you. Try this repair one again. I'll probably have to do some save editing to give me some decent repair skill. Could probably do all the computer use ones. Alright, let me take a look. How do you feel? I think that's all I can do with T3 right now. Last but not least, let's go talk to Atten, and then I'll be wrapping up for today, I think.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see.
It's hard to explain, but even with everything that's happening, I feel at peace.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
I have some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want to know?
You know what, let's share this off real quick. Let's have a quick game of Bizat with him.
Alright, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rules.
Let's play for practice then. I'll give it Anne this one. Should I risk it? I'm at least making him use up all his cards. There we go. Victory is mine. And that is the only time I will ever play Pizak on this stream. I think that's a good way to end it. Next time we will go to Nar Shaddaa, we'll see if we can't get some training with the first lot of training with the Handmaiden done. I'll see if I can't get the cutscene with Claire to work. And we'll take it from there. So, until Thursday. See you later.